So guys, I'm your host and you're watching Wrestle AI. Let's jump right into today's top stories. And first up is the one and only chick magnet Punk. Yes, we're talking about CM Punk. So here's the deal. CM Punk really wants to be a part of John Cena's farewell tour this year. He's mentioned it multiple times publicly, and in a recent conversation with Netflix, he was very open about it. He said, and I quote, "I'd love to be part of Cena's farewell tour in any way he sees fit. If he wants to tag with me, awesome. If he wants to leg lock me and beat me down, fantastic." Basically, Punk's message is loud and clear. Whether it's as John Cena's tag partner or as his opponent in a singles match, he just wants to be involved. Cena, on the other hand, plays it safe, saying, "Whatever WWE wants, I'll do. I don't choose things." But let's be honest, we all know Cena has influence behind the scenes, right? Now, a tag team between Cena and Punk doesn't make much sense at this point, because Cena's currently a heel, and Punk's persona doesn't really align with that. But a singles match? Now that could actually work. Punk is already pretty tied up with upcoming rivalries. Roman Reigns is expected to return soon, and things are heating up. Cena's got a full schedule too, so while it's tough, it's not impossible. Do I see a Cena-Punk tag team? Do I see them facing each other in a major event? Possibly SummerSlam or Survivor Series? Absolutely possible. Let's see how WWE handles this one. Let's talk about Becky Lynch and her recent call-out of WWE fans. And honestly, she's made a very valid point. After this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, Becky dropped a fiery statement in her Raw recap. She said, "I don't understand why fans are constantly telling me to retire. Why do you see the women's division differently than the men's division?" Let that sink in for a second. She pointed out that no one tells guys like CM Punk or Seth Rollins to retire. No one says you're too old or why are you still beating young stars? But when it comes to Becky, fans are suddenly concerned about age and pushing younger talent. She even mentioned that in the women's division, fans are super quick to cheer for the newcomers, whether it's Lyra Valkyria or Rhea Ripley. But in the men's division, let's be real, the main event scene is still dominated by Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, John Cena, none of whom are young talents. Becky's not wrong. She said women like Charlotte, Ronda Rousey, and even Natalya were getting sidelined or pushed to the background, while older male stars were being treated like legends and constantly featured in top spots. It's a fair criticism. There's a clear double standard here. And honestly, I agree with Becky 100%. She's still in her prime. She's not 50 or 60. She's a generational talent. Fans should celebrate her while she's here, not push her out. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with Becky Lynch's take on this? Next up, let's talk about Seth freaking Rollins and a huge statement made by none other than Teddy Long. So this week on Monday Night Raw, Seth faced Jey Uso in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, but the match ended in a disqualification, giving Jey the win. Now here's the interesting part. According to Teddy Long, giving Seth that title opportunity was a mistake. He says, "We all knew Seth was going to lose here. There was interference, there was chaos, so what was the point of giving him a title shot in the first place?" But here's where it gets exciting. Teddy Long also believes that Seth Rollins will definitely become world champion again, and that too, very soon. He even hinted that WWE might be building an Evolution-style storyline where Seth plays the role of Triple H. And the next breakout star? None other than Bron Breakker. According to Teddy, here's how the story might play out. Seth wins the world title again this year. He has a dominant reign as champion. Bron Breakker wins the Royal Rumble in 2026. And just like Batista versus Triple H, Bron turns on Seth and challenges him at WrestleMania. And yes, Paul Heyman is expected to side with Bron Breakker eventually because Bron is being seen as the next Heyman guy. This would be an incredible long-term story arc for WWE. The only downside? It could mean that we won't get the Dream Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins singles match at WrestleMania next year. But still, a Bron versus Seth feud would be money. Let me know in the comments, do you agree with Teddy Long's prediction? Yes or no? Now let's talk about Liv Morgan. So guys, the big question, when is Liv Morgan returning to WWE? Well, we finally have a very positive update on that front. Earlier, it was reported that Liv had taken some time off to shoot a movie in Japan. And naturally, fans assumed it would keep her out for a while, because let's be real, movies don't get wrapped up in 2 days, right? But here's the twist, Liv's movie might actually finish filming very soon. According to Fightful Select, the production is scheduled to wrap up on May 16th, yes, just 9 days from now. That means Liv could be flying back to the US as early as May 17th. Now, of course, this doesn't mean she'll return to WWE TV the very next day. But what's interesting is that Liv Morgan is still a very active talent, and more importantly, she's still holding the women's tag team titles. So, WWE clearly sees this as just a short break. They're not planning to strip her of the title, which tells us one thing, she's coming back really soon. Liv's out only for a couple more weeks at most, and once she's back from Japan, it won't be long before we see her competing again. This is great news for her fans. She gets some movie exposure, builds her name outside WWE, and doesn't even lose her title. It's a win-win. Let's move on to some updates on Alberto Del Rio. According to Dave Meltzer, even if Del Rio has technically signed with WWE, he won't be appearing on regular WWE programming. He'll only show up in Mexico-based shows under AAA promotions. Basically, WWE doesn't want him on their main TV shows. And honestly, can you blame them? Alberto's reputation has taken a huge hit over the years, from legal issues to criminal allegations to his highly controversial relationship with Paige. Even though some charges were dropped, many are still pending. Plus, the fan backlash was immediate and brutal the moment rumors about his return started. So WWE wants to stay far away from any association with him on their main product. Now let's talk about the massive Backlash main event. John Cena versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship. This match is happening in Randy Orton's hometown, and fans are wondering, could WWE actually let Orton win the title here? The odds say no. Most fans and analysts believe that Cena will retain the championship. He just won it at WrestleMania, so it wouldn't make sense for WWE to have him drop it this soon. But here's where it gets spicy. Sam Roberts, a respected wrestling analyst and podcaster, says he believes Cena will beat Randy Orton clean. That's right. No interference, no shenanigans, just a clean win. Sam even said WWE probably learned their lesson after what happened with Travis Scott at WrestleMania. He's doubtful that we'll see Travis or any big distraction angle here at Backlash. So, what does that mean? According to Sam, John Cena will beat Randy Orton, fair and square, even in Orton's own hometown. Now, that's a bold prediction, and while it's possible Cena wins clean with an AA or STF, a lot of fans are skeptical, because beating Randy clean, especially in his hometown, isn't easy. Could Cena use brass knuckles again? Could there be a twist? Let's wait and see. Speaking of Backlash, let's talk about a potential surprise return after the main event. Legendary wrestling journalist Bill Apter believes that Cody Rhodes could return right after the Cena versus Orton match. And guess what? Cody is already advertised for the SmackDown episode after Backlash, where both Cena and Orton are also scheduled to appear. So here's what could happen. If Cena defeats Orton, maybe even in a controversial way, Cody could show up to confront him. Or if Orton gets attacked post-match, Cody might come out to save him, kicking off a new storyline. Either way, WWE loves ending their premium live events on cliffhangers, and this might be the one. And with both Cena and Cody already being featured on the Money in the Bank poster, fans are wondering, is WWE building towards John Cena versus Cody Rhodes at MITB? Only time will tell. But if Cody returns at Backlash, it could set that storyline in motion. All right, let's wrap up with the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Reports suggest Roman could return before Money in the Bank, potentially in the first week of June. Now, this doesn't mean he'll be in the MITB ladder match, but he could be involved in a tag team or singles match. Based on current storylines, it seems likely that Roman might team up with CM Punk to face off against Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. Now, that would be epic. CM Punk is already getting involved with Seth and Breakker. Sami Zayn could also be an option as Punk's partner, but Roman's presence could shake everything up. If Roman truly returns for Money in the Bank, WWE could build something massive heading into the summer. Let's see what happens. So that's it for today's episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wrestle AI for all the latest updates and in-depth WWE analysis. This is Wrestle AI signing off. See you in the next one.